Oh, Dr. Hanson.
How are you today?
Good, good. And we have somebody else. Yeah, I hopped off. Fazil or somebody was on there. Ah, he popped on and then he
I did
popped
not
off.
see
I
that.
guess we had such a big crowd. He said, "Oh, I'm going to do something else." So how's life? What?
Now, is Bob joining us
I
today?
haven't heard
That is
anything,
Bob joining us today?
but we have Wendy. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Cheryl, you all right?
Yes, I
Yes, you too.
Good to see you again.
1425. Okay. Well, we can share, I guess. Got a frog in my throat.
That happens.
Well, I can start. I'm teaching financial education. I can do it from anywhere. I love what I do. I love connecting with people and finding out what they need. And then I plug them into the right person that's going to help. So that's that's one reason I get on these calls. So it's so fun to meet people and get to know better. They're people that we saw before.
So,
We did.
we have some courses I can use for my clients. So I was very
You're
thank you.
welcome. I'm happy to
Yes.
connect. All right. Would you like to share, or do you want to go, Wendy, since you're a girl first? Bob.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bob. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. I'm at 10:30. I've got a 10:30 call I have to jump on, but this is my first opportunity to join you folks.
Okay, cool. Well, you want to tell us what you do before you leave?
Brokerage, you can see my background there. So yeah, we assist uh, business owners in exits and uh, business people looking to buy a business to find the right business that aligns with their goals and objectives. Very high.
What size of businesses do you specialize in or
We're not
industries?
industry specific and typically privately owned businesses.
Okay.
How about you guys? What do you all do?
I am with Canyon Strategies. I'm the president. It's a wealth management firm. So we deal with wealth management, retirement planning, estate planning. And then I also do 401ks, 403bs, non-qualified plans, and buy-sell agreement funding through life insurance for my business clients.
Sounds good. Have you ever heard of the Aspire Tour with Andrew Cordell and Eddie Wilson?
I actually believe I have connected with Andrew. Um,
Great community.
okay, good. Are you part of that community?
I am.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those that I joined the community but have not had a chance to attend any of the live events yet.
Okay. Yeah, definitely take advantage of it. There's a lot of virtual and in-person events that they offer year round.
Okay, I was not aware of the virtual ones,
Yeah.
so I'll have to check
Well,
into
if you're
that.
in a community, you'll be on an app and then you'll see those being, they have them on the app. So if you're checking on the app, you'll see the events
Okay,
virtual and in person. Yeah.
all right. I've not done anything with the app. I've just joined through the LinkedIn program.
Okay.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
Absolutely. Yeah. I encourage anybody who's thinking about wealth, which we all should be. That's what we all do. We do, right? Um, yeah, consider just looking into it. How about you, Wendy? What do you?
So I'm just can't wait for its charge. So that's why I've put myself sort of ahead, 5 hours ahead of the east side of the US. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I'm in Arizona, FYI.
Okay,
As am
cool.
I.
And me, I'm in Arizona, except right now I'm in Virginia. My home base is Arizona, but I have two sets of kids that
Hey,
I help with the kids, their
the
kids. There's
wonders
Bob.
of technology. Welcome. Hello,
We got
Cheryl.
Belgium.
Michael Day.
Bob, how you
How
doing?
you doing?
Good. If I wasn't dealing with technical problems, I'd be in great shape. All
It happens. Are you back in
right.
California?
So, yeah, I'm in Rancho Mirage right now, overlooking a lake and a golf course. Can't get any better than that, can it?
Well, you don't have the heat and humidity that you had when you were here in Arizona, so you cooled off a
Oh,
little.
well, let's see. I'm gonna ask my phone. Hey Siri, what's the temperature right now in Rancho Mirage? It's not answering me. Okay, we'll skip it. So let's do this. Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
I'm
There
doing good, thank you. Just made some chicken enchiladas
Oh,
during my
wonderful.
break.
I'll have one.
Here we go. I love it.
Thanks. Yeah, I get to do dinner on Tuesday and Thursday now. So
Wonderful.
what
So let's
about
let's go around the room and does everybody know? I don't think everybody knows each other here, right?
We've actually already completed that one with the exception of Alan. We were waiting for Alan, and the
Oh,
rest of us have already done that. So, your
oh,
technology issues have prevented you from hearing all about us again.
I know this is crazy. I'm really kind of frustrated by this. I've got to solve this problem. I'm in Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage. You know where that is?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, but you know what? I've got a computer in front of me with one, two, three, four, five, six people in the meeting. The picture uh welcome to my city is the head of my social media. Um, and so we'll just go on from there. So has everybody met each other?
Well,
Yes.
apparently I haven't introduced myself yet, so I was late. I've been in the meeting. I just haven't put the video on. So I'm Alan Hansen, Dr. Hansen. I'm a sport and performance psychologist, and I work with athletes and anyone that needs help with overcoming either anxiety or uh, having problems with motivation or procrastination. So I can help people through that from a mental approach. I work with Grand Canyon University with their pickleball team, of all things, and they've done real well. They've improved last year. I can't say that was all me. I think it's a lot of the players, but I was able to help them out. Uh, the biggest objection I overcome is people don't think they need mental performance coaching, especially teams. And so, like with the pickleball team, I have to insert myself and say, hey, let's do this. Now, everybody admits that sport is a certain percentage of mental skills, right? It may be 20, 30, 40% mental skills, and yet they don't want to practice their mental skills. So that's one of the objections I have to overcome. So that's it.
Well, it's kind of interesting because I'm glad you told us who you are because um my my daughter's got a doctorate in psychology and so she kind of works in the same kind of mental atmosphere that you're in,
Ah,
right? So
well, what I've learned by getting a degree in psychology is there's so many different fields of psychology. You know, my degree is
true.
sport and performance psychology. Most people know of clinical psychologists, right? They where you go in and into the office and lay on the couch and bear it all. But I'm more of an applied psychologist where I go to the field and work. So
Okay, who else amongst the group has introduced themselves yet?
All of the
Everybody else.
rest of us have already gone.
You're already gone. So I'm last but not least, or least but not last,
You're
or last.
definitely last.
Well, as there's white in my beard because I'm so young.
That's what I tell everybody.
Okay, who's the oldest here?
I don't know. I'm 73.
I got you beat. I'm 70,
64.
64. Okay, Michael?
65.
Youngster. And Wendy,
Mhm. That's what I tell myself.
you don't have
45.
to say again?
45.
Oh,
Oh,
young.
youngster.
Yeah. My oldest daughter's 40.
My oldest one's 45, 44.
Wow.
I
So,
apologize. I'm going to have to drop off. I've got a retirement plan that's closing out, and I've been waiting for this phone call for about 3 days. So I will catch everybody hopefully next week.
you got it.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.
I'm glad
Take care, pleasure to meet you.
Well, this is the core group anyway, right?
Pretty much.
And there's gray in our beards. And, Cheryl, you want to dye your beard?
No thing, I'm trying to keep it away. Yeah, I'm 71 already. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm 76, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
So I've been
This is
around
a
the.
good-looking group of gray folks.
There you
Uh,
go.
Wendy, you're included, but you're not gray, fortunately for you.
Have any of you ever heard of the company? It's no longer around, called Max Factor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was hired by Max Factor back in the 70s to clean up all the frauds that were going on. And they had one massive fraud after another. So has anybody heard this story before? I'm sure
I haven't.
Cheryl has.
I haven't.
So, so Norton Simon had purchased Max Factor from the Factor family. And when Norton Simon came in, asked me to come in and clean up all the frauds that were going on, all the problems that were going on. And I discovered that there was so much fraud. Now imagine this, back in the early 70s, let's say 72, 74, something like that. The first fraud that I tackled was the accounts payable department. They had 1972, 73, whatever it was, a $220,000 fraud in the accounts payable department. Cheryl, you've heard this several times, so not new to you. So I came up with this brilliant idea of computerizing departments to prevent all the frauds. That was back in the day when a 200 megabyte hard drive or computer was the size of a washing machine and $40,000 to $50,000. So if you take $220,000 fraud and extrapolate that in today, you're talking about at least several $1,000,000. So what I did is I started going from department to department at Max Factor, setting up computers for each one of the departments. And so it was interesting, That's why I dye my beard gray. I'm telling you, it's just so I look like I'm an old man. All right. So what can we gather from this meeting? That's the most important aspect of what we're trying to do today. What do you want to gain from meeting?
So I have a question. So I stumbled across this invite in LinkedIn. So I wanted to ask I know it's labeled as networking and what's the purpose of the meeting? There's just a handful of people here. Is this usually like the core group? Are there other people that typically join?
Well, in fact, so the picture of mycity.com, that's Mehedi. He's out of Bangladesh. He is the head of my social media. I have a meeting every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. We routinely have about 25 people show up for that meeting. And so you're going to get more breadth of meeting people by getting involved in that. And we go around the room. Uh, I have a co-host that helps to run the meeting to meet other people. Our objective is, look, how many of you get your new business based on referral?
Yeah, we get some of that and market outreach.
Yeah. Well, and I've been in this game for a lot of years. I've done studies year after year after year. How many people get most of their new business based on a referral? And the answer routinely is yes, by referral. How many of you are getting your new business by referral?
Yeah, I get, yeah, yeah, I get some of mine.
I'm too new. And it's a different animal too. Getting psychology clients is different than services, I think.
You
Yeah.
bet.
I can imagine.
Yeah, well, I've been married. I've been with my wife for 46 years. We've been married 41, and I usually routinely say to her, just let me know when I've done something right.
I say the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see there's a little gray there. So where are you out of, Alan?
Avondale, Arizona.
Oh, okay. Okay. And the rest of you?
Chandler, Arizona.
Wendy, you're not out of Arizona.
A bit further than that. um,
A little
um,
further.
so for a city called Hereford in the UK.
Okay, now you've been to several of the meetings,
I have,
right?
yes. Yep.
Would any of you like to come to another meeting that I run it? I've been running it for umpteen thousand years, and I've got a co-host in there that is helping me run it, and he's very, very organized. I love working with the guy, uh, Joe Nasasio. Have any of you met him?
No.
Wendy has, because you've come to the 8 a.m. meeting, 8 a.m. Pacific meeting. Would any of you like to attend that? How many? Raise your hands if you'd like to attend it.
Sure, I'd like to attend it, see what the meeting is
Okay,
about. Yeah.
Mehedi,
I'm on networking.
Mehedi, you there?
Think he said he had to step off, right?
Uh,
Was that the gentleman said he had a retirement meeting he was waiting for?
no, no,
That
no.
was
Okay.
Michael.
Okay.
Mehedi, he's out of Bangladesh, so he might be having
Okay.
some computer problems. So I will message him too. He's the guy that runs my social media.
Is there a
So
link for that Friday? That's every Friday morning at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure to get each one of you. Bob, you're connected to me on LinkedIn, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will have Mehedi. Come on, Mehedi. I will have Mehedi invite you. I can also give you the link. Hold on a sec. Let's do it this way. I'm going to give you the link to that meeting. Let me look me up here. Where am I going?
And Bob, I've got a hard stop at like 10:29. I got a 10:30 call.
Oh, okay. Wait, who's that just said that?
Bob.
Okay, well, at least we must be related.
Never know. Brother from another mother. Could be my older brother I didn't know
That's one
about.
of my favorite sayings. I can't believe you're saying that. Come on. Lais? Yeah, there.
Correct. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, I know Mehedi, he's got a relative that's got cancer, so he signed up for helped us get logged into it. But let's see, do I
I got
have
that off
contact?
the calendar, Bob. Both
Pardon me?
Bob's. Bob, if you want to get in with that link right there, I put in the chat.
Oh, very
Otherwise, you
cool.
can give us your email and we can send it to you.
Yeah, I didn't see your link pop in yet. Or is that the one up there? The one you put in at
I forgot to
10:08?
push go. Sorry.
Oh, there you go. All right. I'll grab that link. Yeah, and again, so this Friday meeting is just like a typical networking type of event?
I've been running that meeting for well over 20 years. We very typically have about 20 to 25 people show up. Then they're very, very consistent in the meeting. Wendy, you've been to the meeting before. What's it like?
Yes, everybody introduces themselves, and some people like to find it so somebody sort of they can actually connect with, because I've spoken to Robert Chan for a couple of times, and so yes, yeah, so that's sort of just sort of take people's details, and they sort of sometimes suggest, or you find that it might be something that might be able to help you with, so we'll refer.
Yeah, it's a really good meeting. So Mahedi, who usually helps me run this, he's got a family member that's in the hospital with cancer. So uh, I know he's in and out. He helped us set up the meeting and all that. He's not responding, so I'm sure he's off to the hospital.
So
All right.
Yeah,
change.
looks like I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the link. Yeah, it just came through my email.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, everybody else get the link? Doctor, you've already been to that meeting, right?
Yeah,
Good meeting?
yeah, I need to show up everywhere I can. So that's the way I look at it.
And tomorrow we're going to do breakout rooms, and people will be introducing themselves. I've got a guy named Joe Nicasio that is helping to run the meeting. He's very, very organized, and the whole objective of this is to meet people. Because where do you get most of your new business? Does it come by referral?
Referral networking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Powell,
Yeah. Not sure why this thing isn't happening here.
each one of you is on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do is, Wendy, you can you speak about it a little bit? What did you like about last week's meeting?
Oh, last one, yes, trying to remember actually what last one. It's been sort of like probably every, yeah. It was fun. Yeah, it was nice to actually meet different people, and especially where they're sort of from, and it's not annoying that to go past. So yeah, it's just nice to actually to meet people, and like I say, sort of somewhere um uh, to actually to have a chat, a one-on-one chat with, like say, Robert, as a good example, and at least sort of if it gave me some ideas to help sort of with what I'm doing. So yeah, no, it is of use, definitely. Yeah.
So good meeting, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I gotta jump. It's 10:30. I gotta jump to my other call. I'll
Got it.
join tomorrow and I'll see you guys next week.
You got a deal. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Take
Take
care.
care, folks. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet
You
you too.
too.
All righty then.
All right. Well, I'm just putting my contact information into the chat room. So want to do this before people depart. Whoops. Sorry about this.
It's good to see everybody again.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's
until
good.
then, I'm going to tell a story because you talked about Norton Simon, Bob.
Yeah.
And when I worked for IBM, I'd go around fixing office machines. So I actually went to Norton Simon's house on PCH when he lived on the beach in I think it was 78. And as I'm sitting in the office at the desk, because I was repairing a typewriter, but Tom Brokaw walked in and Norton was back behind me, so he looked over the top of me at Norton and said, "Hi, Norton, can I use the station wagon?" Well, this is 78, and Norton had a Cadillac station wagon, custom made. Because
Cadillac station
yeah,
wagon?
they didn't make Cadillac station wagons in 78, but he had one.
Oh my God. That's
So
amazing.
but when you go into the house, I had to go through the maid's quarters, or the staff's quarters, because you walk through and it's all people dressed in white, but his office faced the beach, because he was right on the beach. So he's back here. His bookshelves all around the thing, and there's Rembrandts and Van Goghs and all kinds of uh, 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 statues and portraits, because he had the Norton Simon Museum, so he
Right.
made himself his own pictures to put in his office, and then he could look out from his office right out through his living room into the to the ocean. It was quite the setup. So
Yeah, there used to be some. How far up PCH was he? Wasn't that far off of
no, it wasn't, because I can't say it was Malibu. It was probably more towards the Pacific Palisades portion, south of Malibu. Uh,
got it.
but those were back then. It looked like one big house because all the houses were so close together that in that area. And Norton must have had at least two lots because his house was so wide. And so it was quite the setup. But I also went to Neil Simon up in Malibu. So uh, I had a thing with Simons.
So that's why you have gray in your beard now. You've got a little ancient.
That's right. I started with IBM in 1976.
Really interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started. God, when did I start with Max Factor? 1970, between 75 and 78, I'm thinking.
So were you a lawyer back then, or are you a lawyer now, or what?
No, 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 no. I'm not anywhere in that realm.
Were you an accountant? How'd you get the job at Max Factor?
I was working for Transamerica.
Okay.
I was a director of accounting for Transamerica. They hired me to clean up all their frauds with all their different
Oh,
divisions. And so I decided to start computerizing
yeah.
departments to prevent the frauds. And it was amazing. So that's what got me my start. If you think about
Yeah.
social media, it really did start from
Right.
computers because there was so much fraud going on and nobody knew how to manage it. So that's why I got hired to clean up all the different frauds that were going on from one department to another.
Oh. So
Million.
that's how we find our work and how we find our jobs is through things like that, right? It's a progression through life.
Well, and it's so interesting this is coming up as a topic because with AI now,
Yeah.
has anybody spoken about AI in this meeting?
No, but I use the heck out of it.
Well, you know what? And then one of the things that I started talking about years
Yeah.
ago was the amount of fraud that goes on with artificial intelligence. It's only going to grow. And I was just reading an article just yesterday or so about AI and the threat of AI. Because once you start figuring out how to get through the holes in systems,
Mhm.
then you become a huge animal.
Yeah. Well, I think currently they call you up, and if you answer the phone, or if your your mailbox has your voice on it, they can extract that and use AI to simulate it for nefarious
I'll
reasons.
tell you a great story. You've all heard of Mark Spitz, right?
Yeah.
The swimmer. So my nephew calls me up. This is going back at least like 4 years ago, and he says, my brother-in-law is best friends with Mark Spitz, and so my nephew calls me up. He says, "You got to see this amazing interview of Mark Spitz." I says, "Sure, I'll watch it." So so I watched it and I called him back. I said, "God, that was such an amazing interview with him." And he said, "That wasn't, this is going back, remember, this is going back probably around 4 years ago." He says, "That wasn't Mark. That was artificial
Yeah.
intelligence." And I couldn't tell the difference. But when when Mark heard about this, he had us take it down immediately. He was pissed. He was,
Yeah. You
you know,
should be.
yeah, no, he absolutely had every right to be, you know. Now he's an old man, he's hunched over. Um, but nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Nicest guy in the world. He and his wife Susie, they're really wonderful, wonderful people. But this is the threat of AI today. When you can't tell the difference between AI and reality, then you've got problems.
I don't know if anyone watches a lot of YouTube, but I get most of my news on YouTube nowadays because I don't trust the big networks, but they insert a lot of commercials nowadays in YouTube, and you can every once in a while. I'm practically all of them are AI, but some of them you can tell because the lips don't match the voice, and that's how I know that it's probably simulated. So
And think what's going to happen in the next few years, where it's even going to become the threat of hacking is even going to become worse over time.
yeah, 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 it's terrible. The banks are probably have the biggest risk out there because if I've had the occasion where someone used my card after I charged something at Walmart. A couple of days later, I get a call. Hey, were you in Columbus, Ohio, charging stuff? And I said, no. Luckily, the bank called me. Somebody charged a couple $100 on my credit card, and so they charge it back. They give it back to you, but that's what the banks are exposed to now. Is that all this fraud, and the banks feel a responsibility to at least refund that back to you. But in those cases, I think it's a security issue that the banks have to approach. So,
I used to report I had two levels above top secret when I was in the military.
okay,
I had what was called cosmic because it was NATO,
yeah,
and atomal, which was a classified term back in those days. You couldn't even tell the people the classification you had.
yeah,
So I had a cosmic, atomal, top secret clearance. And I'm sitting in a bar in West Los Angeles talking to this lovely woman, and she starts asking me what I did. And I said, well, I was with NATO back in the 70s. And she says, and I told her, I said I had two levels above top secret. She says, oh, by chance, did you have an atomal clearance? And I hesitated because I wasn't even allowed to tell people the clearance I had. So sure enough, she saw the expression on my face. She says, that's no longer a classified term. So when I was sitting there talking to her, I happened to go onto the internet. I said, is atomal no longer a classified term? And she said, yes, absolutely not. So then I explained to her what I was doing for NATO back in those days. But it was crazy. That's when 200 megabyte hard drive was the size of a washing machine and $50,000.
Yeah, my first PC was measured in kilobytes. It had
Gotcha.
10 megabyte hard drive, and
Yep.
memory was
Yep.
like, I think 55K or so, 64K. Oh, 64K. Well,
Wait a minute. How old are you, doctor?
I'm 73. But
Okay, that's right.
remember,
You
I
said
worked at
so.
IBM, so we got when they came
You got an early
with
stage. So.
with the desktops, I didn't even have a hard drive. I had two floppies, two 64K floppies that I worked from, and
Me too. Me too.
that thing was like $4,000. It was expensive.
And now the crazy part of all this is on a thumb drive, you get terabytes of information.
My current hard drive, my PC that I'm working, is this thick, about this wide, and about that deep. It's SSD, so it's a static, it's not mechanical.
Right.
But this thing cost a couple $100, and it's the best doggone little PC I've ever had.
And think of where it's going. Think of where everything's going.
Yeah.
And our biggest threat that we have in our society is hacking.
Yeah.
If we don't stay on top of that, we'll succumb to the people that understand how to hack and get through to everything.
Well, I think we're kind of reliant on the government to take care of some of that because that's all foreign nationals or mostly foreign nationals doing that kind of stuff. So
A lot of stuff out of China.
yeah.
A lot of stuff coming out of Japan. I mean, it's really about how do you stay on top of all this to stay ahead in your own little universe. Cheryl, any thoughts?
I too have one of those little boxes. That's my tower. Here I have, it's about the size of a speaker, about this tall and
Yeah.
that wide. And here, this one's just that little guy like you were talking about, Alan, Dr. Allen. Yeah, I had to carry it back and forth that first time, but Jeremiah set me up, my son set me up with so now all I have to do is just jump on the plane and my computer setup is here. We were still working on cameras and stuff, but other than that, it's nice to be able to access my files. I couldn't access them in Arizona.
Amazing, isn't it? And
Yeah.
Jeremiah is a techie, isn't he?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, he helps people with their tech all the time. It's just when I need something for Eventbrite or something like that, he goes, "That's not in my wheelhouse."
Is that right?
Somebody else. Yeah, LinkedIn. Yeah.
Well, just think of where we're going to be in the next, I was going to say 4 to 5 years, but next 2 to 3 years. It's explosive,
Yeah.
right? And your real key is, look, the bottom line of all this stuff, you grow your business through people, right?
Yeah.
And once you get AI to act like you and look like you and sound like you and all that stuff, then we've got a very, very concerning world. I think that's the best word. Very concerning world ahead
Well,
of
I
us.
think a big problem, and I think we'll see a little bit of it at our age, but the younger generation, they're talking that lawyers will be AI and, uh, you know, uh, so many things. Like right now, you can go online and talk to a psychologist, and you don't know if you're talking to a machine or a person, because they have these dial-up psych lines now. So I think, it had been for years that blue collar worker always feared about automation. Now it's the white collar workers. It should be have fear. Yeah.
So true. That's a great statement. White collar should be afraid of automation.
Well, they should be concerned about their position world,
Sure.
right? So, but somebody's got to build the stuff, okay? If you're smart, then you're going to be on the part that builds it or has influence into it as it replaces the position that you're influencing. So, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's
Absolutely
you
does.
got you always have to
Absolutely.
be ahead of the curve a little bit. In fact, when I did my MBA, I was when you look at technology and skills, when you're up here at the top, when technology is first announced, you're up here, you have really high value skills. But as the time goes on, the value of those skills goes down. And then you have this line across here. Does it make sense to keep people in that skill? You know, at IBM, it was $100 an hour to put somebody in the field. And so like when the internet first came out, you know, people doing web HTML and doing websites and stuff, that was really high value. But after about 5 years, now kids in high school are doing it, right? For hey, I'll do it for free for you just so I can get some practice. So that dropped off real quick. But that's a constant curve, right? Technology is announced.
Right.
Through time, it becomes less valued. So you have to really stay
Yeah.
in front of that technology, in front of that skill.
Yeah. My niece works for I can't remember who she's working for now, Bell and Howell, you know, and so she's living in the technology world, and she's in charge of cybersecurity for the organization,
Okay.
and understanding where it's going and how it's migrating forward.
Yeah.
But it's not migrating, it's in leaps and bounds now.
Yeah. Exponential, right?
Exponential.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Good stuff. Well, listen, anybody have anything else they want to add to the meeting? Did you put all your contact information into the chat room?
I did. If anyone needs some information about performance skills of any type, uh, I have some handouts that I can send out to kind of give you some ideas about it, where it might help you. It's not going to diagnose anything. It's just going to provide some information. So,
Well, look, you start with information. It's how what to glean from the information that you're hearing. And the sad reality is it's going so fast now. How do you keep up?
well, luckily, when I go over to the athletic club and present to them about different things, or at the college, uh, since they don't study it, and they don't have the experience of the younger generation, I'm pretty much the leader of the skills thing. So okay, I've this was interesting. It was a small group, but I wish I want to see some ideas. I've done direct marketing, go ugly, go early, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just having a heck of a time with trying to get clients with this. The only thing I can know how to do is to, go to the college, work with teams, go to the athletic clubs, do presentations on psych skills, and just call around the people that I've had contact with at different colleges and universities. So.
So, and you got an invitation for tomorrow's meeting at 8 a.m.?
Remember, I don't know if you remember, I was confused about a Thursday meeting and a Friday meeting. Well, I had the Friday meetings on my calendar. I
Oh,
I
good.
erased them all when you told me they were on Thursday. So
Oh, no.
I'll put them back on. I'll do the Friday because I didn't know there was a distinction between the two. So
Yeah, it's a good group. It's been together a lot of years. And I've got another co-host that's helping to manage it.
okay,
And our objective is to help you grow your business, not my business, your
right.
business, right? And knowing people, you can't replace people. Well, maybe you can.
No.
AI might.
Not today, tomorrow.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you
So-
guys. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you.
See you tomorrow. See you all
See you, Bob.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Okay.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Thank
Bye.
you.